I think this one had like 1 billion curses, so we want like a 4-slot Ultimaticon here. This is the new team I want to get up. I'm gonna get the 2nd slot for Mikage very soon, in just a few days, but I don't have it right now. This is usually the team that I have for my my E-Exchange quest. So if you look at this team, you might think to yourself, does this team have any weaknesses? Does this team have any weaknesses? Here's the answer. Here's the answer if this team has any weaknesses. No, it doesn't. It actually does no weaknesses. This team is literally sheer heart attack. It has no weaknesses. It just slays. It can't lose. This team can't lose. These are the Memoria. These Memoria are actually fucking absurd. These Memoria are absolutely fucking absurd. Yeah, that's pretty good. The Kimochi cancels a number of debuffs. No, it wasn't the other way around. Also, welcome to stream as well, Jamers SCG. Didn't they say that the new Kimochi is gonna be susceptible to debuffs? It's susceptible to getting debuffed, and it said something about you having to buff your own team to be powerful. I think the thing that they want to get at is that this Kimochi probably has a lot of defense, and it probably has a lot of damage cut, both of this. I assume it has a lot of both of damage cut and defense, because if an enemy has a lot of defense and damage cut, you need to debuff the enemy, and you need to increase the damage modifier with buffs to yourself. So I assume the enemy is just going to have a lot of defense and damage cut. You could then theoretically play someone with defense ignore like Kasumi, but first off, that's only gonna work against one part of it, which is the defense, but the damage cut is still gonna wreck you. And secondly, if you go through all of the effort of like playing one or even multiple characters and one or even multiple Memoria to get like defense ignore or damage cut ignore, then why not just get buffs or debuffs to get past them anyway for multiple turns, right? Would Ao be good in this? Oh yeah, of course. Ao would indeed be very good in this, I would assume. We don't know exactly if this is going to be what it is. I just assume that it's going to have a high damage cut. I just assume that. We don't know for sure yet. I just knowing the all of the mechanics that are in this game, I just don't know any other way that they want you to debuff the enemy and buff yourself. Because the only time you ever want to buff yourself and debuff the enemy is when the enemy has high defense and damage cut. The only case that I can think about. But yeah, maybe they are going to do something else, I don't know. But yeah, this team is basically invulnerable. And that is exactly why, if I just play this team, it's going to be too easy. It's going to be too easy to play this team, so instead, I'm going to play this team. I'll play this team instead. I would like to go without a support, but it's not going to happen. We can't do that. So instead, try to go Mikage, Karin, Ao. That sounds alright. You just need a damage dealer in there. Like, someone needs to deal damage in that team. I'm probably going to use Mokyu for damage, because Mokyu is really good. I could potentially also go Rikaren, but I only have a 1-slot Rikaren, and that's not good enough. But Mokyu is also really good. The game itself suggests Sayu Des and Mikage. So I assume you want to buff. Yeah. Mokyu, Kasumi, Mikage. Also have Kasumi, but Kasumi is more so of a blast support. I guess you could blast support as well to get to overcome the damage cut. We'll just have to see what it's like when the Kimochi goes live, how strong it's going to be or not. To excel. Is this good enough? You know what, let's just test it out. I have a feeling it's not going to work, but let's just test it out. I will need the actual personal for this though. Where is it? There it is. Maximum break 40 level. You might be thinking to yourself, how do you have this maximum break already? I had cores left. That's how. I just had cores left. Let's just see what happens. Actually really tempted of taking this one out and just using the support as a damage dealer. Oh no, let's just go. Let's just go. Someone tried to send information about Mikage's story. Yep, we everyone called her wish correctly. Like we already guessed what her wish was. We all got it correctly. Okay, so what do we have? We have Meteor Rain. Meteor Rain. Then we have. I'm gonna prioritize my supports with their effects, and we're also gonna tunnel down on the Sudachi. I'm gonna tunnel down on Sudachi because Sudachi is gonna buff herself with provoke, so we can't attack Mitama if we try to go on her. So instead, we're just gonna worry about getting on the Sudachi. So I took a lot of status aim and resistance. I still got hit by everything, which is kind of bad luck, but you know, bad luck just happens. This is gonna be really sad. Really, really sad. So we didn't get an Excel combo, but we're just gonna do this. Floop. We're also gonna do this. We're also gonna do this to drain MP so they don't get there. This, and this. And then we're gonna have both of our supports already on Magia, which is absurd. The thing is, the first time I did this EX challenge quest, I had 2 Madokamis, and with 2 Madokamis, I literally dodged 90% of all debuffs. Like, one character got cursed every 3 rounds, and that was it. Like, 2 Madokamis actually kind of make all of this completely trivial. It's actually kind of absurd how trivial it is if you have just 2 Madokamis on this. And yeah, Mikage has been like, ah! Super duper dramatic. Like, she's trying to win a drama award, but you're not even a theater, Mikage. You're not in theater. Why are you trying to win a drama award? This is the wrong place. So what are we gonna do? Is it gonna be better if we do this one as the first or last disc? No, it must be last disc is better with this one. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty good. Let's see what. This should just deal a lot of damage because of the buff. Because of the buff, this should deal pretty good damage. Keep in mind, I have 1 slot without offensive Memoria. This is without offensive Memoria, so basically 0 Memoria. It still kills without offensive Memoria. That's actually absurd. That's actually absurd that it kills without offensive Memoria. Just because of the single target damage buff. The single target damage buff is fucking absurd. Guess what? We can do Excel. We got the 10% skill surge. 10% skill surge. It happened. Didn't it happen twice? Did we get the 10% skill surge twice? That is amazing. Okay, so now everyone should be dealing a crap load of damage. So this right here should probably just delete enemies. So the enemy should just be deleted now. We're gonna select the, like this, imagine you're playing a real-time strategy game and you've entered the debug commands. You can probably just select the enemy, like click on them, and then type in chat .kill. And that is what should happen right now to Mitama. You should just click on her, .kill, and you just explode. Yeah, 123,000, 139,000. That was without critical hits, I think. I don't remember if I put a friends on her or not. But yeah, if you're wondering how I just did like 120,000 damage on that first hit, or even more than that, I couldn't even read the number. But also welcome to the stream as well, SBK. But if you're asking yourself, how did he do so much damage? It's with Karin and with Mikage's buffs. That Mokyu had a damage modifier of maybe like over 120%, while also having like over plus 60% attack up and type effectiveness. Kind of busted. Mita's wish can't happen if Mikage just deletes her. Well, it can't happen anyway now because Mikage deleted her wish. For this, I forgot what this one was. We should probably just take some dark types. Maybe someone who's gonna do some Magia. Oh, we got a one slot Livia. Rikaren! Let's go Rikaren! Oh! Is that a Rowlet? Glitch NRG. I don't know. Oh, this one! Okay, so we didn't get an Excel combo, but I do have a Puella combo here that would load up her Connect, and her Connect does give MP Restore. So here's the thing, we can get her Connect up, and then on turn 2, if we don't get an Excel combo on turn 2, we do Excel draw, and then Excel combo Connect with Mikage. That's gonna be amazing, actually. I like that idea. Does this one do ailments? I don't even remember. Probably doesn't. But I end on the charge, so I can take the charge into the Excel combo. Okay, I didn't get an Excel combo, so we're gonna do the Excel draw. So now I can do the Excel combo connect onto Karin. Oh, Karin is gonna be happy about this. Okay, so Karin, you're about to shoot all the way up to Magia, probably. And the enemy is charmed. The enemy is charmed. Oh, Karin didn't get a disc, but it's okay because we have the Excel combo. Here's the thing, I could Magia, but I don't see the point to it, because just Karin's Magia alone is not gonna help us win the game immediately. Instead, we have another Quell Bloom ready, so we can do this combo right here, which is going to get Mikage to Magia, and then on the next turn, we can use Mikage's active and do Karin Mikage Magia, one after another, and that will kill. That will kill. So we just do this in this turn, to do that. I don't need to do anything else. So we just load up Mikage's Magia for the next turn, and then next turn we just win. Who I recommend for the back, also welcome as well to the stream. A break TC, I've seen it before, but welcome. Who I recommend for the bags, Karin and Ao, it kind of depends on what you want. I did a video on both Karin and I did a video on Ao as well, but I think the thing was more that, personally, Karin is more cute, but Ao is better against Aqua types. I'm gonna pull up the characteristics because I forgot the differences. There are some slight differences, but for the most part, they are very similar. They're extremely similar. So I don't think it matters too much which of the two you go for. Like, if one of those two you like a lot more than the other, even if it's just design, probably go for that one. But overall, I think Karin is more about ailments. Yeah, Karin has the benefit of applying ailments with her Connect, like Dazzle. She gives Dazzle and Magia Seal on Connect, which is really good. She also gives Excel MP gain up with Magia, so she both debuffs the enemy with ailments while giving Excel MP gain up to all friends. While Ao, on the other hand, Ao gives MP Restore to help to get to Magia faster, and she removes debuffs from allies. And more importantly, she removes buffs and granted effects from enemies. And removing buffs and granted effects from enemies, granted effects are just yellow symbols, so yellow symbols you can remove with that. I guess that sometimes can be interesting to say, oh my god, this enemy has a strong buff, I'm gonna debuff them by removing their buffs with Ao. That can be cool. But if you don't need to remove buffs, Karin is probably better. So it kind of depends. If the enemy has buffs, Ao is better. If the enemy doesn't have buffs, Karin is better. So it's really just a toss-up. Just take whatever you like more, I would say. Top between Karin and Yosuru, both would be part of the 3 slots if I choose them today. Yeah, it just depends on if you want to do Mario Blast. I can just tell you that at least right now it seems that the game leans more heavily towards Blast, not Blast. The game leans more heavily towards Magia strategies and not Blast. Like, Blast has been devalued in the last year and Magia strategies have become more important, as I would say. So the enemy is just gonna absolutely explode from this. I'm gonna actually do this one first. The boss okay, the boss is going to survive the first 2 hits, and then Mikage Magia is going to be absolutely insane, even though Mikage doesn't even have offensive in Warrior, or offensive buffs, or anything like that. Okay, just watch it. I don't care about counter. That counter was powerful, that was a 17,000 damage counter. I don't care about it. Okay, so this Magia should do a lot of damage. Also, if you haven't seen this Magia before, this Magia is really lame. This is one of the worst animations for a Magia I've ever seen. It's just schnickety schneun a bit for like 10 seconds. Like schnick, 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 schneun, 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 schnickety, schnickety, schneun, and then just deals damage. Okay, that was powerful. That was really powerful. Well, that was good. That was good. We have one more exchange quest left. It turns out the exchange quests aren't actually that difficult this time around. I also went with Karin. I got Karin in my second slot. Okay, let's do the final one. I forgot what this one was as well. What do we need? What do we need? Debated. Could we get... Oh, we don't have it here. Does someone have it? I wanted Iroyachi, but no one has Iroyachi. Okay, we're just gonna go with Madoka. Because Madoka is another Excel draw active, so we can just Excel draw into Excel draw, and it's gonna be really good. Kimochi can cure debuffs, and Status the game records buffing instead of applying more debuffs than Kimochi can cure. Interesting. But if you're wondering, by the way, why these three enemies are together, like usually the enemies have some sort of relevance, and these three look rather weird, like why these three? The reason why these three are together is because they're all known to be rather poor people from Daito. These are all really poor people from the eastern part of town, and that's why they're all together. They're like the poor people. Look at that, it's the poor people. They have no money. Oh god, isn't that funny? Okay, so we're gonna like just do some stuff. Look at this firelight toast. Oh, you have to rub it in. That has the best girls. It has Kanagi, and Kanagi is best girl, so I guess. Here's the interesting bit. Sometimes Hagumu cleanses her own debuffs, but doesn't actually attack for some reason. Like, it's possible that Hagumu cleanses her own debuffs and doesn't attack. It can happen. It's weird, but it can happen. Okay, I could get an Excel combo with these discs that I have right here, but that's not good enough. I have so many Excel draws, I'm just going to keep going with this instead, because I want to have something like this instead. So we're going to go with this. By the way, I know that Kanagi is evading, and you might be thinking, why do I keep attacking into the target that's evading? The point is that I don't care, and I want to get to Magia. That's why I'm doing this. You need something else? No, we're good. Yeah, the Kimochi names are a bit weird. Yeah, so Hagumu just cleansed her own debuffs, and she's not even attacking. She literally cleansed her own debuffs and isn't attacking, which I think is funny. Get to double. I'm gonna get to double if I can. The problem is now the enemy will actually deal a bunch of damage, and that kind of sucks. I don't like the enemy actually dealing damage. We're just gonna worry about that. Maybe some other turn. For now, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna get to double with this though. And yeah, she has 100% dodge, but like I said, it's gonna not matter at all because she's gonna get one shot by double. Okay, we got double. Just don't kill her, don't kill her, don't kill her. Why do you keep attacking her? Oh my god, she's almost dead. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, look at that. The Excel draw from Madoka has a 15 turn cooldown. You know, Mikage only has a 4 turn cooldown. It's kind of absurd. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kill 230,000. That's nothing. 230,000. I'm gonna use this on Kanagi because I really need to kill her with Magia because I can't kill her any other way. Other than that, I think Mikage dies this turn. I think Mikage dies, but it's okay. Here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Mikage dies now. You guess why does it not matter? I'm gonna ask a chat. Chat, do you know why it doesn't matter that Mikage dies in this turn? In fact, I actually like that Mikage dies this turn. Why is that? Why do I like that Mikage dies this turn? Someone tell me right now in chat, because I want to test your knowledge about the game, why it's actually beneficial that Mikage dies this turn. How long do you use the stream for? Like 2 hours. I don't know, sometimes I stream more, sometimes less. Scene graph, on the right track. You are on the right track. But more than that, why specifically Mikage? Why is it okay if specifically Mikage uses her doppel? You're also right in disc pollution. I don't want her discs anymore, and I do want her to use the doppel, but why exactly? Why specifically Mikage's doppel? You are right that I want to have more discs for Mokyu, but specifically Mikage is important, and it is indeed, Back TC has got it right, the buffs. Mikage is there to buff the entire team. Mikage is only in this battle to buff the team, and her buffs last for 5 turns. She buffs for 5 turns, so even if she dies immediately after doppel, we still have her buffs for 5 turns. And in those 5 turns, I don't really care much about still having Mikage around. I want her buffs, and apart from that, I don't care. And if she dies, it actually helps me, because I get more discs on my buffed characters. Like, Mokyu is gonna get buffed, and Mokyu is gonna get more turns, because Mikage is gonna get more discs because Mikage is dead. So that is why it's really good for Mikage to actually die after this, which is really, really good. Now I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use an Excel connect onto Mokyu right here, which looks really weird. Why would you do this? It's because I'm hoping that Mokyu gets to Magia with this Excel disk, because this Excel disk might get Mokyu to Magia. And this is something that if you're just used to playing blast strategies, or if you're used to playing charge strategies, you might not be used to doing weird shit like this, because I'm literally doing a disc 3 connect onto a character who doesn't even get Puella, a character who might not even deal any damage with that disc, because I know it can get them to Magia. But yeah, this is the Magia. It's lame. It looks cool, but the Magia animation is just like swipe, 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 and then it does damage. And that's all it does. Like swipe, swipe. It's like the least amount of animation you could possibly do. She might actually, by the way, she might actually survive. She might actually survive this. Burbs! Oh, Dazzle actually hit! I was thinking she was gonna not get hit by that. Oh my god, she might survive this. She actually survived! I did so much of a speech and she survived because she just didn't get attacked. Himika, why did you not attack her? I mean, you attacked her once, but you survived. Why did you not attack her more than once? You're an idiot, Himika. That's why you're poor! Nah, she's poor because she's been born into a family of very low means, and in this country and in Japan, in any country, most countries on earth, if you're born into a poor family, you're very likely to stay poor for your entire life, and there's not really a whole lot you can do about it, especially if the community that you live in disparages people from sort of a lower class, especially the sort of community that we see in Kamehameha, and because she's from that sort of community that disparages the lower income community, she's not really able to get out of that rut of being someone who is in the situation of having to feed her people with mushrooms she finds on the side road. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, Himika, but you're also stupid, so let's go on and just destroy her. So now we have all of that. The Himika just explodes. Himika just explodes. I don't care about the other two discs, but Himika is about to explode. Sure, Rolfer, if you have really powerful units that you can buff... By the way, she survived because she has Endure. Like, she just has Endure, otherwise she's dead. If you have a really strong character that you want to buff, let's say, for example, you have a Final Tart. Or let's say, for example, you have a 2-slot or more than that little Kyubey, and you want them to be more powerful. Get Mikage. It's gonna be amazing. Like, I know I said earlier that against a full blast team, you probably don't want with a full blast team, you probably don't want Mikage. That's true, but Final Tart has Blast MP, so it actually kind of works out against like longer fights. Like Blast MP, it works out well in longer fights, so it kind of actually gets to Magia. But like in general, if you have a strong character, like for example, Little Cuba is a really good example, or if you have Vampire Kanagi, it's also a really good example of a character that wants to get to Magia and is a good character, a strong character that can carry the team. Play Mikage alongside them, and you're golden. So if you have any of those two characters or other, like just in general characters like that, definitely roll for Mikage. You're gonna have a good time.